Welcome back to Just Scribble for a plan with me in my current everyday carry. So for January, I am using the Estelle Weeks as my everyday carry, and I'm really loving this planner. It is my favorite style, a bundled planner. It has daily pages, which I definitely need when I am out and about and on the go, and I'm liking the size. I'm really just enjoying everything about it. And I thought it would be fun to do a little plan with me to show you guys kind of how I set it up at the beginning of the week. This past week I was sick, so I didn't use it as much as I normally would or normally do, but this is a new week and I expect I will be in it just as much as I have been the other weeks this month. I do have this in an Estelle cover right now because I had it and it holds 2 pens and I thought it would be nice to try. I am not a huge fan. I find their covers to be kind of bulky, like puffy, and because they're not real leather, they aren't very like soft and squishy, and they don't soften up very well. As much as I've like rolled it and played with it, it just doesn't lay the way that I would really want it to lay. And I also can't tuck this under like I can do in my other planners, like my leather snap closure planners, and so this kind of gets in the way and annoys me, but I have it, so I'm using it until I get something that I like better. So my setup for the weeks, for the Estelle weeks, is pretty simple. I add color here to the weekly page, or like the weekly overview page, because I find it really hard to see otherwise which days are which. I add a little bit of color on the dates on these pages just because I think it looks pretty. And then I add washi at the top, this spot right here at the top. It's designed to fit 15mm washi perfectly, so I add washi there. And then I add a few sections that I use for lists and brain dump and micro journaling and all of the things. So I did pull out quite a few markers because I'm not sure which color I want to use, so we're going to swatch those. I pulled out these stickers from Hubman and Chub Girl. That's what I'm going to use to mark the trash and recycle days this week. This is the washi that I pulled out to use. I thought it was perfect because it's actually cold in San Antonio right now. We don't have snow, but it's cold and the colors kind of fit my mood and the weather. So that is the washi that we're using. So everything I pulled out is kind of to coordinate around this washi. That's what I've been doing, is just matching the highlighters and the pens and mild liner, all that, to whatever washi it is that I pulled. So before we start planning, we're going to pick out pens. So this is the washi. I'm going to set that there just so I can kind of see what it looks like on paper. This is a piece of Tomoe River paper, which is what the planner is made out of, so it's a good thing to swatch on because it's the same paper. And then I have some Pentel signed brush pens, some Zig brushables. Let's see. I have my Live colors from Manami, and I guess that's it. That's all I have. So I'm just going to swatch out these sign pens just so I know which ones I have. I use those for some writing, so I wanted to know which ones I had handy. That one is black, so I didn't really need to swatch it, but I did. But the brushables are really what I wanted to kind of swatch out and figure out which one I wanted to use. The lighter of that one is okay. That's really dark. I don't think I want to go that dark. Oh, way too bright. And way too bright. So we're going to use the lighter end of these. I do have a video swatching all of these out, so I will link that in the cards up above so you can check it out. I have my Uniball 1, which is my go-to pen, and then I have an Energel, which I also love. I did pull out these Girl Boss Anna, I think it's Narrative Hues is the name of her shop now. It's always hard when brands decide to change the name of their shop, especially when it doesn't really match what they were before. But I pulled this out in case I wanted to use it to mark something important. I probably won't because I do kind of keep this setup a little bit minimal, but I pulled it out just in case. And then this is the Manami, or Manami, however you say it. And it has a thicker end and a thinner end. this is what I'm going to be using to outline the days, but I did forget my ruler, so let me grab a ruler real quick. You know what, we're not going to use a ruler, we're just going to use my pencil board because I find it works just as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the fine, oops, upside down, the fine end of this pen, and I'm going to trace the outline around all of the days of the week. Probably won't be very chatty during this video because I'm not feeling well. I've been sick, but I did want to do a plan with me with you guys and share with you guys like how I'm setting up some of my planners and how I'm using them so that you guys could see. At the end of the month, I'm going to do a flip through of this planner to show you guys how I used it for the whole month. That way you guys can see all the spreads and everything for the whole month. And I still owe you guys a couple of setup videos on how I have like our main planner set up and how we're using it. So that's coming. And then I have some new fountain pens to share, and I've got some things to swatch with you guys. I have so many videos to film and I'm behind because I decided not to work on YouTube stuff the weekend of our anniversary and instead just focus on family and my husband. And then I got sick the next week, so didn't do very much either. And I still actually have 2 more planners that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys. One was just something that I happened upon, and one I've had planned. It's just I'm waiting for it to get here, and I think it's going to come in the next couple of days. So as soon as it gets here, we will check that out. So all I did was outline around the edges, and then I just highlight lightly the headers. It's not perfect, but I don't really mind. I apologize if you guys can hear the TV in the other room because the boys are watching football. But I'm trying to get ready for next week, and I can't do that if I don't have my planner because I use it all the time. So I can't start the week without it already set up. So that is the base of the like weekly overview. That's all I do to it. And then I just add pen for things that I need to remember. The next thing that I do is add the washi tape. So I'm gonna get a washi cutting card. We'll use this one. And I'm not stingy with my washi when I'm laying it down because, I mean, I have a ton of washi. And if I run out of a particular washi, I think that's great because that means I've used it up. I'm not stingy about like where I cut it and how much I pull off. I just do enough that works for me to be able to tear it off. So I kind of pull a nice long strip and then I place it down. On this side, I've been just using my finger and kind of rough tearing it because I kind of like how that looks. And then on the other side, the edge of the day, I use the washing cutting card for like a straight edge. If you don't give yourself like enough of a tail on the edge over here, then it's hard to pull it against the washi card. So that's why I'm not very stingy with it. Plus, like I said, I have a lot of washi, so it's not like it's gonna hurt me if I run out of this washi faster than like I had anticipated or planned or something like that. I'm gonna use that to weigh this down. This is Coffee Monster's co-washi. I don't have like a crazy amount of her washi, Helen's washi, but I do, oh, that's crooked. But I do have a little bit. I have a little bit of Wonton in a Million, a little bit of Every Minute a Story, and a few others, but over the years I've found that I don't like the like cutesy emoji washis as much, so I don't buy them very often anymore. but I am trying to use up what I've already got. It seems like for a lot of people this is the year of like using up their stash. Okay, that rip was ugly. I don't like that. We're gonna fix it. There. It seems like a lot of people are using up their stash. I'm always trying to use up my stash. It's not specific to 2024. Especially with washi tape because it goes bad. Stickers go bad too, but washi tape goes bad and then it doesn't stick, which is annoying. So I'm always trying to kind of use it up. For some reason my scissors have become magnetic, and so I have stickers stuck on them too. So paper clips stick to them. They were not magnetic when I got them. It's very strange. So this layout in this week's is pretty much the same as the layout in my A5 rings. Almost identical. It's just the weekly overview page is a little bit different in the layout, but it's pretty much the same layout. So transitioning back and forth between this week's and my A6 rings is really easy because it's pretty much the same thing. They're both bundled, they have a weekly overview, and then they have the dated daily pages. And I'm finding that that's really my happy place for on-the-go planning. But I will be using some other planners this year that aren't set up this way. I'm just not ready to use them yet. All right, so the next thing that I do is I just highlight over the date for no real reason except that it makes it pop. And I started doing it the first week and I decided that I would just keep this trend. This marker isn't like a perfect match, but it also means that because I highlighted it up there, that the other pens that I use down below will match a little bit better. And so it kind of helps everything blend together. And this is blotter paper, which I keep in all of my planners because it's amazing and super necessary in my opinion. So that's all the washi that we're doing. Let's put our washi card back. All right, so now I have to decide, the only other thing I do besides writing stuff down is that I lay like sections over here. So let me show you. Like I have a to-do section, like our events for the day, a section for just scribble. And then if I want a micro journal or make a list or something like that, then I add it down below. And I've done it in this way since I've been using this planner and I'm really liking it. So I'm gonna keep up doing it that way. But what I don't know is if I want to use stickers like I did the first week, or if I want to use just pen and highlighter, or like the brush pen. I think I'm gonna use stickers. So I love these stickers. These are from Karina Loves to Plan, and I really, really like them. I only have 6 to-do stickers left, but that's okay because I don't really need a Saturday to-do section. But these are her blackout stickers, and they are one of my favorite stickers. So I'm gonna have to order some more because I'm running out. But all I do is lay the to-do there, and then for my channel I'm using the focus on, and then the reminder and the important I add down here when I need them. So they're gonna go over here because I don't need them yet, but I just kind of place them down so I have enough space for things for the day and enough space for stuff for my channel or Instagram, all that kind of thing, and then a to-do list for the day. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to lay these down, and I don't really measure where I'm putting them. I just put the to-do like up at the top, right underneath the date, and then for the ones for like just scribble, I just kind of eyeball it and place it down. It's not to say I don't have things to do on Saturday, but it's more of like a low-key kind of wing it, whereas on Sunday I have to do things to get ready for the next week. So we're going to leave off the to-do on Saturday, and instead I'll probably put an important there. I like how the black looks with that washi tape too, because it kind of pulls out the black like outline from the houses. Let's grab, so sticker sheet done. I'm gonna put that back. I'm gonna put, let's see, I'm gonna put an important on Saturday. Just for anything that I need to do on Saturday that I don't want to forget about. All right, and then what I do, and I'm gonna use this card from Sweet Ava's Paper. Their shop is closing or merging or something like that, and so all their stickers were $1. So I bought some functional stickers, and I got this washi card. So all I do is draw a line, and I'm just using this as a ruler, but I just draw a line so that I can put a check on the other side when I get things done. And if for some reason I need to make the line longer, I just go back later and make the line longer. So let me draw these lines real quick. I do not count like how far down I'm going with this. I just kind of do it, and then like I said, if I need more line, I can add more later. If it's too long, it doesn't matter. I do have a video on how I have this planner set up, like all of the deco of the planner, and then also the 2 other weeks size planners that I have set up to use as everyday carry options during 2024. I'm not forcing myself to stay in one everyday carry option all year long, because what I need if we're on vacation is very different than what I need at a regular like work week, school week. What I need during summer break when my kiddo's not in school and in camp is different than what I need the rest of the year, things like that. So I'm allowing myself to switch around my everyday carries, and I think I have like 5 or 6 options that I can pull from, and I will be sharing that with you guys. I just wasn't feeling up to it this week since I've been sick. All right, so that is the basic structure of my week. And now it is time to add the pen and the function. So let me stick my pencil board back in here before I forget. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to stick down the trash day and recycling day stickers. With all of the holidays, our days have been off, and so we're back to our regular schedule, which is good. But if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget, because we've been shifting for what seems like a month. Yeah, Friday. Right, so there's that. And then I'm gonna put, actually I'm gonna put a little swash here and a swash here. All right, so 8 a.m. I take my car to the dealership. Tuesday, I have to take my kiddo early to school because I have a training to go to at work. Wednesday is Mass Day. Friday, spelling test. Thursday, handwriting. 4 p.m. Tuesday, theater. guess I'll use this. So I can make a note there. Is that all we have this week? I mean, I have work stuff, but I don't put work stuff in this planner unless it affects like my personal stuff. It's our dog's birthday, so I'm gonna write that there. We have right now, besides like work meetings and things like that, which like I said, they don't go in here. So then I just need to write the things over here. So this is for my to-do list. This is for Just Scribble. This is for micro journaling, brain dump, random notes, like documenting something if I bought something online, happy mail, things like that. And then over here, these are like the events of the day. So if it's something big and special that I don't want to forget about, I will kind of highlight so that I don't miss it and I don't forget. So that's actually what I'm going to do with the, dealership, because that's like a special thing and I don't want to forget. So I'm going to put that there. But first, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put theater, Mass Day, dealership, related to school. Sometimes I have to write things down a bunch of times to make sure that I remember them. I don't know if anyone else is like that. So this week section, like at the top it says this week. I haven't been super consistent with using this because I really haven't figured out how I want to use it. Originally I was going to put a to-do list here of the things that I had to get done that week, like my top priorities, and in some weeks that's a really good use for this spot, but that's not the best use of this spot every week. And I also thought about putting habit tracking there, which would work as well, but I'm habit tracking in a passport insert, so I don't really know that I need to do that there. So for right now I'm leaving this blank, and then during the week, if I realize that I want to use it for something, then I use it for something, and if I don't, then I just leave it blank. So I obviously have to add in my to-dos because there are no to-dos in here, but I'm going to do that off camera because I have to like sit down and think about my to-dos for each day. But that's what my week looks like, or how my week starts. It will be much more full and complete at the end of the week, so I will be sharing that when I do a flip through at the end of the month. You'll see all the weeks of this month and you'll see how full they get. I wanted to do a little plan with me and show you guys kind of how I set this up and talk to you a little bit about how I'm using it, but I'm really liking it. I cannot believe that January is almost over. This is my last week in January, so the flip through will be filmed, I guess, next weekend, and then I will share it the week after that, the first week of February. But if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to put them down below, and I will definitely get back with you. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos, and don't forget to just scribble.